How did I come to Reiki? It's been a lifetime journey. In the beginning, I believed, having lived in certain places on the planet, that is entirely possible to heal by hands. But for myself, I felt unworthy of being able to do that. I thought it was you had to be a saint to be able to do that, so I disdained it. But I did notice that somehow I would have an effect on people's healing. So I started to keep my ear out, and sure enough, I heard of something called Reiki. It's a Japanese word, Rei Universal, key energy, and discovered or rediscovered by a Japanese gentleman in the mid-1800s. And he worked together the system where you could use your hands for contact healing. It developed and it goes on to other aspects, but this is the main aspect, contact healing. So I'd heard of this, but I didn't know how to spell it. So I went and did a course, the wrong course, but in spiritual law there's no wrong course. And then I finally found the real Reiki the next year. And that was 1988, and I've been practicing since then. And went on to do mastery, which means being able to teach the technique to other people. There are principles for living with Reiki. Just for today, do not worry. Just for today, do not anger. Honor your parents, teachers and elders. Give thanks for everything. Earn your living honestly. Basic rules for living so that it can help shape your life, besides giving you this ability. I think we have it all anyway, but to sharpen the ability to be able to help people through contact healing. And that's what I love doing best of all. And it works, by the way, on animals, plants, and babies, so on and so forth. The Barbados Reiki Association, it began as a support group, and eventually there were enough people doing Reiki in Barbados to make it that we were coming together regularly for meetings just to practice Reiki on one another. And our intention is to reach out into Barbados and the Greater Caribbean, of course, but to bring Reiki to the medical faculty, to the medical sector. That's our aim at the moment, because it is used in other countries as complementary rather than alternative. Complementary, important word, complementary health. And we are in contact with the Ministry of Health here in Barbados and making inroads. We're also doing a study. We want to do a double-blind study on heart and stroke patients. We're working on this to do it properly, to show if or not Reiki actually has an effect on the well-being of people who are in the process of that disease, that illness. So we meet regularly once a month to give practice to one another. We have an annual Reiki retreat, and we always join in the Caribbean, in the Greater Caribbean, with an annual Reiki gathering. This year it's in St. Lucia.